Hi guys, so today I'm going to be walking you through how to fill out the new MRF template. So to start off, of course, you have to make a copy of the template. To find the template, just go to the Secretary Starter Pack and go to the Templates folder. The title should be Keywins Club MRF 2019, and it should look like this. Once it can open, go ahead and make a copy of the file, rename it, get rid of the copy of, and replace the last word club with your club name. I'll just put my home club name. And then save this copy as a file in your Google Drive and somewhere accessible. That way you can easily access it throughout this term because we'll be using it pretty often. All right, so this is the first tab, and this is simply the service log. It looks the same as the previous template. This is where you'll be able to keep track of all the hours that your members earn. So in this first column, under column A, you just need to input the first and last names of your members. And then in the column to the right of that, it's total hours. That just automatically calculates the total hours that each member has. And then each row corresponds to each member. And then on the top row, the first and second row, this is where you can write the event name right here, and then the date of the event right below that. And that's simply it for the service log. Moving on from the service log, we have the club statistics tab. This is the main tab, and this is where you'll be inputting information about your club statistics. So it starts out with a few reminders. Make sure to read those before filling out the MRF. And then the first table is table A. This is the general information table where you'll just simply put in your division and your name, as well as your co-secretary if applicable. And then table B is communication. Just mark an X in the box corresponding to the question, whether or not it's a yes or a no. And then to the right of that purple table, we have a club goals table. This is something new that we implemented. This table will allow you to keep track of your goals and your progress towards those goals. So one of the reminders up here in the black boxes says that you should only be editing in the lightly colored in cells, nothing else. So in this yellow table, you'll be simply putting in your club goals into these lightly colored in yellow cells. And I highly suggest that you fill in this column during the summer with your club board, get together with them and talk about your goals for the term, and then input them in here. That way you can keep track of them throughout the term, see where you're at towards completing them. And then to the right of the club goals is your current status. This is automatically calculated. And then lastly, it's percent complete. This just shows how much you've completed towards your club goal. So moving on from that table, we have a really big blue table, table D. This is the club statistics table, the first one. And so within this table, this is somewhat similar to the previous MRF. However, rather than having it split into several tabs, all the months are put in and condensed into one table. So in this one table, each row corresponds to each month, and there are several topics, categories that the secretary must fill in each month. This includes their total members, so their amount of members that are paid in their club that month, and you can find that out by checking out the MUC or just asking your ASB window office. And then to the right of the membership is number of meetings. You just need to simply input the amount of general meetings, board meetings, and other meetings. Other meetings could include DCMs, spirit nights, things like that. To the right of this is number of KFAM interaction. So KFAM interaction in the previous MRF, this was actually split up into two different categories. It was Keywins at K-Family and K-Family at Keywins, but instead it's just combined. So K-Family interaction is just any service event that involves one of our K-Family branches. That includes K-Kids, Builders Clubs, Key Club, Circle K, Kiwanis, Action Club, things like that. And then the last column we have here is number of future projects. So these are just any service events that you have planned for the next month. And then to the right of this colored in column, we have number of service hours and projects and number of funds and funds raised. So this is all white because it is automatically calculated based on what you'll be inputting in the table right below this one. So right below this table is table E. This is club statistics 2. And in this table, similar to the top one, you'll be inputting data, except it'll apply to only the service events, hours that your members have earned, fundraisers, and funds raised for all of our emphases. So it's split up into our emphases. For example, there's number of major emphasis, which is our Live to Learn, number of Governor's Project, which is our Thirst Project, number of minor emphasis, which is PTP, and then lastly, we have number of other. So these could be things like club events, and the funds raised should be going towards your club funds, and just anything else that isn't supporting or involving one of our emphases. And then as you have already noticed, the bottom of each table, it says cumulative, where it simply automatically sums up each column. And that's it for the club statistics tab. And then we move on to the final tab, which is club narratives. This one is actually pretty simple. In here, you'll just be inputting in the your answer column your questions, comments, or concerns corresponding to each month. And that's how you fill out the Club Secretary MRF. If you guys have any other further questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll leave my contact information, including my email, phone number, down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching.